How to rebuild after your world crumbles. 3 years ago, I lost my job, and my whole world just crumbled. I vividly remember sitting on my floor, surrounded by what looked like the wreckage of my life, with no idea what to do next. It really felt like the end. Losing a job isn't just about the money. It's like losing your identity, your routine, your future. But here's the thing I didn't know back then. Hitting rock bottom gives you the most solid ground there is to build something new. It's a devastating feeling for sure. It can make you think your story is over, but it's not. It's just the quiet space between destruction and creation. It's the start of a rebirth. If you're in that place right now, feeling lost, broken, and totally overwhelmed by the rubble of a relationship, a career, or a loss, this is for you. You are not alone. So many of us have been right where you are, desperate for a fresh start. We're going to walk through the very first steps to take when it feels like the only way to go is up. This isn't about slapping on a smile and forcing some toxic positivity. This is about looking the storm in the eye and learning, step by step, how to build a shelter, and then a new home, right in the middle of it all. We'll talk about how to process what happened, adapt to this new reality, and rebuild with real purpose. First things first, you have to let it hurt. The first, and honestly, the hardest step, is to give yourself permission to grieve. When your world shatters, our first instinct is usually one of two things. Frantically try to glue all the pieces back together at once, or just go numb and pretend we're fine. We're always told to be strong or move on, but you can't build a new life on a foundation of unprocessed pain. Real coping starts with just admitting that this sucks. Losing a job, a relationship, or someone you love are all huge losses, and they kick off a grieving process that isn't just natural, it's necessary. You've probably heard of the stages: denial, anger, sadness, and all that. You might feel that shock at first, where your brain is just trying to protect you. Then anger might show up, at them, at the world, at yourself. And then comes that deep, heavy sadness where just getting out of bed feels like climbing a mountain. Listen, these feelings are normal. Letting yourself feel them isn't weakness. It's the most radical act of self-care there is. It's okay to say, "I'm not okay." It's okay to be sad, to cry, to be furious, to feel completely and utterly lost. This isn't about wallowing. It's about processing. Trying to skip this part is like trying to build a skyscraper on a sinkhole. Sooner or later, that buried grief will pull the whole thing down. So, what does this actually look like? Start by talking. Tell people you trust how you feel. A friend, a family member, a therapist. Saying the words out loud takes away some of their scary power and reminds you that you're not in this by yourself. If talking is too much, write it down. Journaling is an incredible way to get your feelings out without any judgment. Write letters you never send. Some people even find it helpful to schedule a time to be sad each day, a grief appointment, so it doesn't take over everything. Acknowledging the pain is the first step to healing, because it validates your own experience. That's where real strength begins. The audit. Taking stock of what's left. Once you've let yourself start processing that initial tidal wave of grief, the next step can feel just as intimidating. Taking an honest look at what your life is right now. This isn't about staring at what's gone. It's about calmly assessing what's still there. When a building collapses, surveyors don't just look at the rubble. They check the foundation, see what materials can be salvaged, and map out the new landscape. That's your job now. Let's start with the practical stuff. If you lost your job, it's time to look at your finances. What are your savings? What do you absolutely have to spend money on? Making a temporary budget isn't about freaking yourself out. It's about giving you a sense of control when everything feels chaotic. It's a plan. This part also includes your skills. Go ahead and update your resume. Not because you have to apply for a job this second, but to remind yourself of everything you're capable of. Next, the emotional and social audit. The crisis happened. Now who's still here? A crisis has a funny, if painful, way of showing you who's really in your corner. Make a list, even a mental one, of your support system. The friends who check in, the family who just listens. These people are your most valuable assets right now. Finally, audit yourself. What are your strengths? Are you resilient? Creative? A problem solver? Think about other hard things you've lived through. You've survived 100% of your worst days so far, and that's not nothing. At the same time, be honest about your not-so-great coping mechanisms. Are you drinking more, hiding from the world, or endlessly scrolling? Just noticing those patterns is the first step to swapping them for healthier ones. This whole process isn't about judging yourself. It's about getting clarity. It's about seeing what you have to work with so you can move forward. You're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience. The foundation, a one-day-at-a-time routine. When your life gets turned upside down, the future can feel like one giant, terrifying question mark. In the face of that kind of uncertainty, the most powerful thing you can do is create a simple routine. Routines give us structure and predictability, which is incredibly calming for an anxious brain. This isn't about some rigid, color-coded schedule that you'll ditch by noon. It's about creating a simple, bare-bones structure for your day. Think of it as laying the very first bricks of your new foundation. These bricks are just the absolute basics of taking care of a human being. Let's focus on 4 pillars: sleep, nutrition, movement, and hygiene. First, sleep. Stress and grief completely mess with our sleep, but rest is non-negotiable for healing. Try to go to bed and wake up around the same time, even if you just lie there for a bit. It helps regulate your body's internal clock. Second, nutrition. When you're stressed, you either forget to eat or you reach for junk. Your body needs fuel to handle this. Don't put pressure on yourself to cook a gourmet meal. Just focus on one simple, healthy-ish meal a day. An apple, a glass of water, a sandwich. The goal is nourishment, not perfection. Third, movement. You don't need to go run a marathon. Just move your body. It's a proven stress reliever. A 10-minute walk around the block can change everything. Just getting outside and breathing fresh air can shift your whole perspective, even for a moment. Fourth, hygiene. When you feel broken, taking a shower or getting dressed can feel like a massive effort. But these are powerful signals to yourself that you are worth caring for. Getting dressed, even if you're going nowhere, creates a mental shift from passively grieving to actively choosing self-respect. These small, consistent actions create predictability. They reduce decision fatigue. And every time you do one, make your bed, take that walk, eat something, you're casting a vote for your own recovery. You're stacking small wins that build momentum over time. This routine is your anchor. It won't solve everything, but it will stabilize you enough to take the next step. The vision. So, who do you want to be now? After a major crisis, it's so tempting to put all your energy into getting back to exactly who you were and what you had. But here's the tough truth. You can't go back. The storm came through, and it changed the landscape. It changed you. So instead of trying to perfectly reconstruct your old life, you get to ask a much more interesting question. Given who I am and where I am now, who do I want to become? This is all about redefining your vision for yourself. A huge part of the pain of a layoff or a breakup is the loss of identity. If you're not a partner or an employee at X company, then who even are you? That void is terrifying, but it's also a wide open space to redefine yourself. To finally separate your worth from a job title or relationship status that could be taken away. So, ask yourself, what actually matters to me now? What values do I want to live by? Maybe your old life was all about ambition, but this crisis has shown you that what you really crave is connection. Maybe your past relationship defined you, and now you finally have the freedom to figure out what you actually like to do. This isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's a grounded, honest exploration. Your new vision is about setting a direction for your growth within your current reality. You're shifting your focus from what was lost to what can be built. Start small. Maybe the new vision is just to be a person who is kind to themselves, or someone who finds joy in a good cup of coffee. Your vision could be about learning a new skill, picking up an old hobby, or pouring energy into the relationships that prove to be rock solid. Write it down. Create a little mission statement for your next chapter. It could be as simple as, my purpose is to build a life that is calm, creative, and connected. This vision becomes your North Star. When you feel lost, you can look to it and remember where you're headed. This is how you stop being a victim of your circumstances and become the architect of your future. The action. Take one small step. The grieving, auditing, and vision boarding in the world won't matter without one thing: action. But thinking about taking action can be completely paralyzing. The mountain of things to do, find a job, heal a broken heart, seems impossibly high. That's why this final step isn't about conquering the mountain. It's about taking one small, deliberate step. The goal here is simple: break the inertia. Your only job is to choose one tiny, tangible action that aligns with your new vision and puts you back in the driver's seat of your own life. This one action is a declaration that you are no longer just passively accepting what life threw at you. You are an active participant in your own recovery. What does this step look like? It has to be specific and manageable. Something you can do today. It's not get a new job, it's spend 20 minutes updating the first half of my resume. It's not get over my ex. It's take myself out for a walk and listen to a podcast. The magic of this first step isn't in the size of the task. The magic is in the momentum it creates. Each tiny action you complete is a win. It proves to yourself that you can move forward, which builds confidence. That makes the next small step a little easier. You're just stacking wins. Over time, they add up to real, massive progress. So right now, what is one small step you can take? Will you make your bed tomorrow? Text that friend you trust? Go for a 5-minute walk? Write down 3 things you're good at? Whatever it is, make it so small you can't fail. Don't worry about step 2 or step 10. Just focus on step 1. We've walked through the first 5 steps. Letting yourself grieve, auditing what's left, building a basic routine, creating a new vision, and taking that first small action. Remember, this journey is not a straight line. There will be good days and bad days. Be gentle with yourself. The goal isn't perfection. It's just persistence. Every step you take, no matter how small, is a victory. Rock bottom isn't the end of your story. It's the solid ground you get to rise from, stronger and more you than ever before. So here's my challenge to you. In the comments below, share the one small actionable step you're going to take this week. It could be, I will drink a glass of water when I wake up, or I will call my sister. By sharing it, you make a commitment to yourself, and you join a whole community of people who get it and are cheering you on. If this was helpful, please give it a like and subscribe. You don't have to do this alone. Now go take that first step. You've got this.